Hey folks, Dooger Does here. Just wanted to give you all a heads up about what's been going on. I know I haven't been on the last few days, and as you can see, I'm dressed to do a workout video, and that's the other video I have planned to do for you all day because I went back and I watched the Bante Kame Form 4 video, part 1, and I realized I stopped it in an awkward place. There should have been at least one or two more techniques I should have covered in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retape the whole thing and give you the whole form in its entirety. It's a short form, so I don't know why I split it up in the first place. So I'm going to redo that one. And then I wanted to let y'all know where I kind of can tell you where I was at the last 4 days. I went on a trip with my family, and so that's where I was at. And I want to apologize for not posting any videos while I was gone. I had some videos planned for you all before I left, but the trip got moved up a day, so I didn't get to do those videos that I had planned. Hopefully that won't happen again. I'll plan better and make sure that you all get the content you want and need, and that way I can make sure you all are happy, and that way I can have some time off and enjoy myself as well. I didn't have anything recorded, and that's the other reason why I didn't get anything posted, because the plan was to pre-record some episodes for you all to watch over the weekend, and unfortunately having that trip pushed up messed that up. So I do apologize for that. I truly intended to give you all some content to watch, so hopefully that will not happen again. I can tell you the trip was worth it because it re-energized me into wanting to do more things for my channel. In fact, while I was gone, I found something cool that I want to show you all in an upcoming video. It's one of my best video game finds ever. I would say it'd have to be my second best video game find. And it's just awesome. When I found it, I about creamed my shorts because you just don't find complete boxed games that are over 20 years old still in the original packaging. In fact, it was so original, it was still wrapped in the factory seal. So that made me cream my corn big time. I mean, I was just ecstatic, and I got it for a good deal. So not only did I pay very little for the item, but I scored a major find. And I'm not a real big sports fan when it comes to video games, but I know what to look for. When I found this, I knew what I had. So can't wait to show you that. It's just awesomely awesome. Every time I pull it out and look at it, I'm just like big cheesy grin on my face because I can't believe I found this item for only $5. $5, and it's worth a little bit of scratch. I can't say exactly how much it is. I had to email a friend of mine who owned the video game store to find out what this item was worth, because I knew it was valuable, or I knew it was highly sought after, but I wasn't quite sure how valuable it was. And so when I told him what I had, sent him a picture of it, it was what I thought it was. So I'm very happy about that. Can't wait to show you that. I wish I could talk about where I went, because I really did have a good time. I got to do some things that I was really looking forward to doing that were on my bucket list, and I got to cross those out, and that may have been what re-energized me as well, because yeah, I got to live a little. It put a smile back on my face, and one of the things I got to do is I got to visit a fish hatchery. And you're like, why would you want to go there? Well, for me, as a fisherman, it's important to know what we are doing to maintain the population of fish that we have. Because, you know, when we don't catch and release and we keep what we catch, we're taking that animal out of its nature and there's nothing there to replace it. And I'm glad to see that the place I visited is doing what they can to not only keep the numbers there, but also to control what you can keep. And that's something that needs to be done more with a lot of species that are, I wouldn't say threatened, but are fish to the point where it's getting a little scary. Like, spoonbill is heavily regulated here in Oklahoma. But you go to like Missouri where there's trout, they're really regulated, but that didn't happen until late in the game. In the 1980s when they finally decided to do something about the numbers of trout that were falling. And so kudos to them for doing something about that. And that's just an example of what I'm talking about. And two, I've always been interested in a fish farm, wanting my own fish farm. It's just something I've always wanted to do, and visiting this fish hatchery kind of gave me a window into what it would take to do that. And so it's something I really would like to do at some point in my life. Maybe when I'm retired and have more time to do it. Or maybe with you all help, I could do it as a YouTube thing. Who knows? You know, that's just down the road, nothing big. Another thing I got to do was I got to try moonshine. And that's been on my bucket list because when my great-grandfather was alive, he died 6 months after I met the man. I was an adult when I met him, and by the time I met him, he was almost 90 years old. And so, unfortunately, I never got to try, or never even got to learn his moonshine recipe. And so, getting to go to this distillery and actually get to try real life legal moonshine, it was just awesome. You know, I know it wasn't the real strong stuff that I know you can get, but at least it was an example of what is out there that's legal. And it was just the bomb. Oh my God, it was some of the best stuff I've ever had in my life. I'm not a big drinker, but when I do drink, I like to drink things that taste good. And normally with higher proof moonshine, it tastes really, really like you're on fire, you know. Because one of the ones I got to try was 125 proof. That was pretty stout. It burnt going down. There was really no flavor, you know. But I tried 80 proof, which had a little more flavor to it. It wasn't as strong and it didn't burn going down. It was really good. And I brought some home, and just to have a snort or two every once in a while. And I can't wait to break open that bottle and try some, because it's really good stuff. And I wish I could tell you where I got it at. But unfortunately I can't, and you know from one of the videos why I can't. So I truly do apologize for that. You can find my personal Facebook page and join it. Then I could probably tell you about it. But for now, I got to keep it to myself. Let me just say it was fun. I look forward to going back and getting a few more things, because even their whiskey and rum was really good as well. So looking forward to that trip again. But anyway, folks, just wanted to give you a heads up on where things are at, and Again, I truly do apologize for not having anything up for you over the Memorial Day weekend. Oh, one more thing before I go. You know, Memorial Day is all about those who gave their life for our country. And I found an interesting family connection to this holiday that I did not know about. And it really instilled in me on what this real holiday was really about. My great-grandmother had a brother who was killed in World War II in Germany. He was killed at Nordheim-Westfalen, Germany, 1945. His body was never found. There's a plaque in his name in Belgium. His name was Oscar Eugene Sappington. He was a private in the U.S. Army. I haven't been able to find out what his attachment was or anything like that yet. I'll have to go look it up again. I know I've got it somewhere. But I was just surprised that no family had ever talked about him and didn't even know about this man. But knowing that he's still missing in action made me understand this holiday even more. And we should bring all our men home, both who were killed in action, POW, or missing in action. We need to bring our boys home. And I hope that one day we can bring my Uncle Gene home to Oklahoma, where he was born, where he was raised. This is Dooger saying do good and deuces. Bye-bye.